What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again. And once again, we are here for another episode of, or a new season of MXR Racing, Tuesday Night Racing League, MXR, or MSR, for those of you not in the know, is Max Speed Racing. Um, so, yeah, this is actually race 3, and the display is incorrect. This is actually race 3. Unfortunately, I've been ill with a certain disease that should not be named on the YouTube. Um, Hopefully, I am recovering, although I still don't feel well and may cough a lot. So, let me pardon myself in advance for that. I do apologize, but we're stuck. Let me try and figure out why in the world my screen chat captures are incorrect. I'm probably not going to figure it out, but I should at least be able to correct it. Nope, it's not correct. It looks like qualifying is about to get underway. I'm trying really hard to correct all kinds of mistakes. There we go. I wanted to give you a quick look at the standings here at the beginning of race for round 3. We are at Austria, and thus far, BXTN90 is in the lead with 37 points. Congratulations to him. It's a wonderful start to the season, but not far behind, only 12 points, is Eclipse, sitting at 25 points, and just 3 more points behind him is Largao Jewel, who is sitting at 22 points right now. Cotton, 1 point back from there at 21. 5 and 6. That's RPK Rum and I, Mr. CJDJ. Right, is it? I thought it was DJ Anyways, they're both 1 point back further, sitting at 20 points. And I will scroll to allow you to see um, where everybody else is sitting right now. And hopefully, you got a good view of that. We'll scroll back up. And there you have it as the cars are rolling off the line as we speak. The Huggy Bear first out in his Mercedes, coming out on the medium tires. Let's get into some spectator details. And there we go. Sorry about that pause. I had to have a talk with my dog about getting in the trash can. Um. Anyways, Angry 2 is on his outlap. He's also on the medium tires. looking very angry in it right now on his outlap, driving really fast. Imagine that's his way of generating heat into his tires. Huggy decided not to make this a fast lap. As Angry comes around to start his hot lap. DRS is open. Getting up to about 192. Is that what I saw? Let's see here. There's going to be 3 DRS zones. 197. Excuse me, 197. There's going to be 3 DRS zones. They're all back to back. So the front straight, one right after T1 and one right after T2. That's where you're going to generate most of your speed on this track. And then after that, you have this nice technical section. I have to say, the Red Bull Ring has a little bit of it all. Decent amounts of elevation. Good camber, as you can see, coming through here. Long straights. And plenty of opportunity to make passes if you can work it. If you can work your car right, if your car is set up correctly. Looks like, I almost said his teammate. They were teammates last season, not this season. Looks like Evil is out. This season he's teamed with Cotton. Looking very fast as the Huggy Bear takes out the provisional pole with a 104.9. If you're not leading, you definitely want to be in a position to be able to capture all of these opportunities at DRS, as Angry just slots into provisional P2 with a 105.7. Pardon me. Let me see, Rogue, again, I don't know how to pronounce his name as it stands. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I don't try to pronounce it because I think it's something that's very special to either him or his culture, and I don't want to disrespect that, so I call him by his old name, which is Rogue. As he pulls off to let somebody by, maybe? Yes. Oh, I appreciate that, Buxton. Been ill. And thanks for letting me know about my mic. I gotta remember to kind of lean forward. So, a quick look at the standings. Huggy is in P1, provisional pole. Evil sitting in second. Angry sitting in third. And Rogue sitting in fourth. No one else has yet put in a time. Rogue, the first to come out on soft tires. I'm wondering if drivers are actually thinking of starting on the mediums. As you can see with the time that Huggy put in, and Rogue's 2 laps in already, the soft tires really do. I mean, the medium tires really do seem to be holding up pretty well. Let me see. I'm Mr. DJ CJ is on his out lap, also on the medium tires, and Dado Note, Nate maybe. We're just gonna call him Dado. I hope that's cool. Is also out on a flyer. Let's see what kind of speeds he's able to reach comparison to Evil. He just touched 197. Evil actually was, not Evil, Angry actually was sitting in the 197 realm of speed kind of comfortably. So, maybe a little straight lines, maybe a little down on straight line speed, is Dado. Let's go and watch. I'm Mr. DJ CJ. See what kind of time he's putting in. As the yellow flags go to green for him, he doesn't appear to have to look out for anybody. Really using up the track and dives really fast into pit lane. Not ready to set a time. I got to see RPK Rum doing a little bit of practice, and I want to say he was down in the 104s. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of time he can lay down here as he begins his first flying lap. Who else do we have out here? Oh, Haynes. Let's check out Haynes. Looking quite smart in that bright orange McLaren. Unfortunately for him, his teammate not racing today. So Haynes looking to hold it down for his team all by himself. Oh, I might have gotten it wrong. Huggy's on put his time in on the soft tires too, so maybe he was the first to go out on soft. As Haynes rounds the corner, jumps into provisional P3 and is instantly dropped to P4 by Rum. Haynes with a 105.1, Rum with a 104.3. So sitting quite nicely in P1, but there is always the opportunity for drivers to go on over to the soft tires and see what they can do. As now it's just switched to say that Huggy made his lap on the medium tires, not the soft tires. So a little bit of confusion coming through the telemetry right now, but we'll go ahead and just deal with it as is. We'll call it what they say it is. So let's say he made his run on the medium tires, which I thought he was on. Excuse me. All along. Haynes dips into the pits. Websy jumping up to provisional P3. As who was that? I don't see that car. Weird. I didn't recognize who came out of the pits right there, but Oh, it was Dado here. My bad. BXTN, P2, medium tires, as we just saw someone losing it. When I saw it, it looked like a slow spin, so I don't think they would have put themselves into the whoa, you do not want to be doing that in the middle of the track when people are on their fast laps. That could have been bad for Rogue. Luckily, he was able to see what was going on and avoid it. So quite a few of the guys out on track right now. DJ CJ looking like he's trying to build energy and heat. BXTN entering the pits. Huggy dips into the pits as well. Cotton just crosses the line with a 104.5. And Rogue looking to just step above everyone else, driving hard on the soft compound tires right now. 4 minutes left in qualifying. Rogue was able to jump up one spot. Cotton taking a kind of a leisurely stroll around the track. Definitely needs to build energy. Excuse me. Looks like he's coming into the pits. Rogue and Dado both out. Rogue coming up to the front straight. There's DRS. Position unchanged as everybody seems to be coming out on the soft tires now. Dado. Position unchanged. Huggy is out on his out lap now. Running the soft tires. I'm Mr. DJ CJ has decided that where he sits now is good enough. Looking to hoping not to be passed by anyone else. Huggy Bear on his fast lap. Dado coming around. Took a little too much curb, I think, back there. That's definitely going to compromise his time. He remains in P10 for the moment. Was that Websy? No, that was BXTN. Looking to use the draft, I believe. Off of Dado, and Dado's going to let him do it. This is the run every driver wants. BXTN also on the soft tires. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate for BXTN. Dato having a little bit of a spin. Unfortunately, he didn't grab his brakes and was rolling backwards as BXTN was passing. And that really would have hurt his lap. Haynes also retiring in P9. Looking to get it all done in the race. Looks like BXTN is thinking about retiring as there are only 7 seconds left. That was just the worst kind of luck you could have. Huggy Bear trying to move up from P5. Unable to do so. Pardon me. And that's going to be it as BXTN in P3 with a 104.3 enters the pits. Looks like it's going to be a really nice race. The top 7 all in the 104s. And nobody with anything less than a 106. I mean, anything more than a 106 or 105.7. Pardon me. Which is what Angry is sitting at in P11. So here you go. Here you go. These are the standings as of now. Um, at, at the conclusion of qualifying, RPK Rum P1, DJ CJ P2, BXTN P3, Cotton P4, Huggy P5, Websy P6, Rogue P7, Evil P8, Haynes P9, Gato P10, and Angry is sitting in P11. It is all to play for coming up here, guys. Everybody has a chance, and I think everybody is going to go for that chance. This is a track where you actually really can push to make up positions in the beginning of the race. Cars do come together at that turn 1, but turn 1 is actually wide enough that if everybody gives the proper respect to everyone else around them, then everybody can make it through without any issues. I want to thank everybody for watching again. Man, it's good to be back after so long, and it has been more than a month. Um, so glad you are all willing to return and give me another chance at this. I really do appreciate it. And as we wait for everybody to load in, we see the cars on the starting grid taking off for their reconnaissance lap. It looked like Cotton never moved. Could there be an issue with his car? Let's jump down and see. He's on the move now. Looking at a 2-stop either way. We just lost Evil and Dato. They must have had a coming together, a meeting of the minds, as it were. So the prediction is saying from the mediums to the softs, or from the mediums to the softs to the hards. Let's get everything back up because for some reason it shuts down. After qualifying. Did I get it? Yeah. As his cars start to line up, everybody in relatively well and on time. No one really lagging behind. 5 reds, and they're off. That was a really, really long wait as BXTN RPK, just got swamped by BXTN and Mr. DJ CJ. Cotton looks like he maybe, as they come together, there's a lot of touches there. I imagine some slightly damaged front wings, but everybody seems to be doing relatively okay. Let's jump into the car. Well, that's not the way to do that. We're in with Rum right now, dropping 2 spots. He won't be happy with that. As Cotton goes around beside him, I didn't see any help. Looking at that, he was very slow to recover. Very slow indeed. That's unfortunate for him. Websy into the pits early. Did he lose a front wing in that mashup? Yes, he did. It's in and repaired. Websy is being held. It looked like, but I don't know. That could have been a game glitch. How unfortunate for him. That puts Angry up 2 positions, and he's sniffing at his old teammate right now. Angry on the softs, while Evil is on the mediums. Evil looks like he has a better straight line speed, but Angry really catching up. As Evil goes around, that was harsh. Looks like the track might be a little slippery this evening. Angry getting loose but saves it. There goes Cotton. Angry might be, a little angry about that. Dato not worried about anything behind him. Rogue, Rogue sitting about half a second ahead of Dato, but right up here on Haynes and Huggy. Dato with a 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. That's going to be off tracks. Rogue using a lot of curb, looking to make it work, really looking to hang out up here within DRS range. As, who was that? Rum? Was that Rum? No, that was Dato. Here we go. DRS is out or open. Huggy really making it work for him. Huggy and Haynes were side by side going to that corner, and Rogue really takes advantage of it. But Haynes said, "You're trying to send me to rehab." No, no, no. Takes the place right back and is on the attack. I don't see Haynes' DRS open. I thought he would have it for sure, but maybe it was a little too far back. It's open now, as is Rogue's. Rogue's really going to push. Really making up time on Haynes. Haynes didn't seem to be making up so much time. I wonder why that is. Unless he's way down on front light speed. Yeah, that DRS does not seem to be helping Haynes right now. Rogue takes P4 away from P5. As this group passes DJ CJ, let's take a look at what's going up in front. Rogue suddenly finding himself in P3. Huggy finding himself in P2. BXTN is just like, you guys mess around back there all you want. Keep me out of it. I imagine BXT is really happy right now. Sure, he'll be able to let us know at some point. Sitting so far ahead, a good 4.5 seconds. All he has to do is keep a good moderate pace, at least until it's time for him to pit. Rogue really looking to push Huggy right now. Is Rogue going for the move? Well done there. He didn't make the move stick, but he was really able to show Huggy his nose. Unfortunately, that took off a lot of speed, but all he really wants right now is these 3 DRS zones. So there's one. Apparently, Rogue doesn't run with the DRS beep. Well, I don't know. It beeps at him when he's coming out of DRS, but not when he's going in. Here it is. Here's that boost that DRS gives you. Rogue not able to come out of the corner as well as Huggy. But if he can be really sharp through here. He came through nice, but Huggy came through just a tad bit nicer. Haynes says he's still in it. Don't forget about him. But for some reason, Haynes just does not seem to have the speed that you would expect him to have through DRS. We'll ride on board with him right now as he gets it. He was encroaching upon Rogue a little bit, just not as much as I would expect. But they do both have DRS as Haynes goes for a big move. Both drivers keeping it clean. That was beautiful driving on both their parts. Haynes says it's not over. That was the preview. Here's the actual product. Haynes able to make the move up into P3. Beautiful driving by both drivers, though. Neither of them really willing to relinquish the spot. We got to go see what everyone else is doing. Cotton kind of sitting alone in no man's land, as is Angry. Evil with Websy about 2.5 seconds back. Websy cannot see him as Evil takes a 3-second penalty. Dado a further 14.5 seconds back, with DJ CJ just under 2 seconds back from him, looking to make up the time, and we know he can do it. And Rum falling hard from Grayson P11, a further 6.5 seconds back from DJ CJ. Yeah, looking here at BXTN, he is just doing what he needs to do, right? He doesn't need to go all out right now and win the race, burn up his tires, burn through his fuel. All he has to do is keep pace with Huggy, and that's exactly what he's doing. Keeping it between 4.5 and 5 seconds between them for the past maybe 3 laps. So that is some beautiful driving. Just keeping that pace, keeping that position. And if he can do this, then it's going to take some shenanigans in the pit stops for anybody to really mess with him, or a safety car. Haynes looking to make the move on Huggy that Rogue couldn't do. Haynes letting him know, hey, it's my turn. We might give you a chance later, but if I get past, you gotta mess with them on your own. Right, Sector 1 with a yellow. And Rum is going really slowly now, picking up the pace. Must have had a self-inflicted spin there. DJ CJ has caught up to Dado. Let me see. Tires here. Who's doing what on which tires? So what we've got going on is right here is DJ CJ on the soft tires, Dado on the medium tires. Only about a lap old from one another. As DJ CJ makes an outside move, Dado gives him plenty of room. DJ uses it to his advantage. That was beautiful driving, though. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from these drivers today. As Dado says, I'm not done yet. I'm just pausing. But DJ CJ says you can pause all you want. I'll play through. Websy now has Evil in his sights. You know what that does? That makes Websy like a shark. It's like blood in the water. Websy on the softs, Evil on the mediums. Websy's softs are only 9 laps old compared to Evil's 11 lap old mediums. Websy seemed a little ginger going through there. I wonder if his softs feel like they're going off to him. As Evil just really works to walk away. Huggy takes a 3-second penalty. Looking back, Evil can see Websy. And he knows it's Websy. These guys have been racing together or against one another for many, many years. They know each other's style. They have in the past been known to trade notes on setups and how you drive with certain assists, either on or off. This time, Evil really tentative through turn 2. Webzy was able to catch up to him, but lost some ground coming out of it. I'm suspecting Webzy's tires are just starting to go off. Angry sitting in no man's land in P6 as Huggy is in the pits. I imagine for a scheduled stop. Angry looking to take P5 while Huggy sits in the pits and is able to do it. And Huggy is nowhere to be seen behind him. That seemed like kind of a long pit stop actually for Huggy. Cotton also sitting in no man's land with about between 4 and 4.5 seconds to the car in front of him and 8.5 seconds to the car behind him. A lot of these drivers like to be able to see that car in front of them. It gives them a target to really just race at, right? You're pointing your car at that car because that's what you need. You need to get to that car well before you pass that car. But ahead of them, Rogue and Haynes, as they have been all race long, still going at it. I think Rogue just tried to spook Haynes. Looked like he was going to go for the dive bomb. Then really pulled it back. Haynes, though, didn't look like he flinched whatsoever. This is the view that Haynes pretty much has in his mirror. Pardon me. You can really see the ebb and flow between the two cars as Rogue catches up, but then Haynes walks away. Look at this prime example right there. Rogue will have DRS right now. Rogue looking for it. Backs out of it again. He needs a really good exit from turn 2. He has a really good one, but it's not enough. And once again, Haynes able to hold Rogue off for another lap. Right now, I suspect Rogue isn't really trying to pass Haynes in this moment. He's just trying to get under that wing so that when the DRS comes up as Haynes heads into the pits, Rogue would have really been able to take advantage of it. But again, Haynes in the pits as Cotton goes by. Haynes going onto the hard tires. Looks like he's going to try to make this a one-stop race. And so far is the only one who's decided to attempt that. Huggy up to P4. Still a good 9 seconds behind Cotton. Cotton in P3. sitting only about 2.5 seconds, 2 to 2.5 seconds behind Rogue. And Rogue in P2 sitting about 8 seconds behind BXTN, who has who without working hard. Every time I've seen BXTN driving in this race, he's not working hard. He's just making the car work for him, and he has pulled out from about 4.5 seconds to now almost 9 seconds. Granted, the cars that were behind him have made pit stops, and that's going to shuffle other cars up. But yeah, it's going to be exciting to see how the pit stops turn out for these guys, for BXTN and Rogue and possibly Cotton. I think, well, you know what, we have the ability to check that out. Let's see how many stops everyone has made. So Huggy has made a stop, and then Haynes, DJ CJ, Angry, Websy has made 2 stops. Rum and Dato also has made 2 stops. Cotton and Rogue both in the pits. Cotton passed Rogue, but I believe that's just because of where their pit boxes are. Cotton able to sneak out in front of him, though. That was huge. That was huge. Rogue is angry with his pit crew right now. They failed him. Cotton's pit crew able to get him out ahead of Rogue. But Rogue was like, that's fine. I'll just do it on track. This is where we're supposed to do it anyways. Rogue making the big pass through turn 2. So Evil now in the P3. Huggy still in P2 with 1 stop. Evil has not made a stop yet. BXTN has not made a stop yet. Huggy is 16 seconds behind. I don't think BXTN has anything to worry about. As we saw for a moment, some yellow flags but they were in sector 3 behind. Haynes able to get past Rogue as Rogue is able to scoot past Evil. Excuse me, Haynes is able to scoot past Evil. There's a mix-up here. So yeah, Rogue and the Red Bull. Oh, I'm looking at the numbers wrong. My mistake. My mistake. I was super confused. Okay, so everything's good here. Rogue really being harassed by Cotton right now as Cotton does make the pass. It looks like Rogue is really just having a difficult time getting heat into his tires. Just really falling back. Cotton now looking to make up 3 seconds to challenge Evil. But in all honesty, he can just Wait for Evil to pit as BXTN is in. Can he come out in P1? No, there goes the Huggy Bear. He is able to get out ahead of Cotton, though. But Cotton has put himself in a position to be able to be a threat. And suddenly Rogue is all the way back in P4. I don't think I'm getting the correct information here. But Rogue is now ahead of Haynes by 5 seconds. That's kind of what I'm seeing out of his car as well, but something must have really happened. But I feel like it happened twice with 4 different racers, so I don't know. But we do have a race on our hands as Rogue is trying to catch Cotton, clear out that 1 second so he can start to work with DRS. Cotton ahead of him, really hounding BXTN. BXTN needs to remain calm, needs to just drive the race he's been driving this entire time. If he does that, he will just slowly make his space and get to that point of being comfortable again, I believe. Huggy's definitely going to need to come in for a new set of tires. I don't know. BXTN might be able to push it. Oh, and another noteworthy thing, BXTN sitting on no penalties. He and Angry are the only drivers still in the race that have the luxury of being able to say that, as Evil, after making his stop, drops down to P10. That's just how close this racing is right now. Everybody's losing and gaining positions through the pit stops, including BXTN, who was a race leader, who had a commanding lead, but the pit lane long enough that that commanding lead was not able to hold. But he is increasing, catching up to Huggy by a second or two a lap. As now while he was about 10 seconds behind, he's now only 7. Just able to keep Cotton at the back of that DRS range. We know last season Cotton was crazy good in the long straights and really able to put the DRS to really good use. Doesn't look like he's worked that out in this new car just yet, but it's only race 3 of the season. BXTN shaving about another 2 seconds off. Again, Huggy's tires have got to be super old. Yes, Huggy's tires 10 laps old, while BXTN's are only 2 laps old. Huggy now 11 laps into his tires. And this is good for us to see, because we can see this will be able to tell us, is Cotton was able to get by BXTN. That can't sit well with BXTN as he really pushed. Look at, pardon me, my voice cracked. Look at the speed BXTN had on Cotton under the DRS. Coming up on the front straight, this is going to get really exciting, especially if BXTN could put a little more, or could gather up a little more space to be really close. Here we go. DRS. That closing speed wasn't as good as I was thinking it would be, as it was before. But BXTN is a little closer now. Cotton now in P1 as Huggy had to dip into the pits. Huggy's tires went about 12 laps. Okay, so here's the situation that we're looking at right now. We're going to just discount the penalty that Cotton is sitting on and just look at and just kind of compare it apples to apples right now. Huggy was able to make his soft tires last about 12 laps. Looks like BXTN would need to make his soft tires last about 14 laps, 13 or 14 laps. And then Cotton on the medium tires just needs to make them last. I mean, they should be fine through to the end of this race. So, here's a question. Let's look at the penalties, because that's looking like what the play is coming into now. Penalties. Cotton sitting on 14 seconds worth of penalties. So, essentially, Cotton is behind both BXTN and Rogue right now. BXTN just needs to be cool. Drive calm. Collect no penalties. And if he can do that, this race belongs to him. But I imagine, like most drivers out there, he wants to make the pass. He wants to come in. He wants his car not only to come in first, but to cross the finish line first. As he really closes in, but drives it a little wide, absolutely missing the apex, but he's still close. And now we're seeing the closing speeds. DJ CJ takes another time penalty. Angry just looking to hold on to him. Rogue. Again, actually looking really good right now for a nice P3 finish. Even with his 3 seconds of penalty, he can't afford any more mistakes, though. So he really needs to keep his nose clean. Once again, it's going to come down to how many penalties everyone has. As Evil passes Angry. See, look. It says Angry. No, excuse me, I'm wrong. Again, I'm messing it up. Let's see what Evil can do as Angry can do as Evil is harnessing energy. Really able to come out of turn 2 really well was Evil. Angry able to make up the position or make up the distance a little bit. But now sitting a little over half a second back. And there goes a full second. Unfortunately, he is not going to be able to catch or to have a DRS through all these DRS zones right now. But time-wise, he's sitting good. He will get the position after everyone crosses the line if things stay as they are. Excuse me, I meant to go down. Dato sitting 20 seconds behind Evil, just looking to bring the car home, sitting on 23 seconds of penalties. We lost Haynes. I didn't even see it or catch a notification. We lost Haynes. Haynes was who was sitting really pretty in this. I don't know how I didn't notice the orange color up here. Look, Websy about to pounce on. All right. No. Okay, so Websy must be a lap down. Was that BXTN who is now in the lead? I believe it was. I do believe it was. Did BXTN let his teammate pass so that he could put him on the lead lap? That's awesome teamwork right there. That is awesome teamwork right there. Angry now 2 seconds behind Evil, which actually puts them 10 seconds ahead of him. Pardon me. Evil sitting in no man's land as DJ CJ and Cotton hit turn 1 almost the full length of the front straight ahead of him. DJ CJ spins up his tires hard. That's unfortunate for him. If that had not happened, he would really be threatening right now, I feel. Maybe even passing. Cotton really just looking to keep the pace. No, I'm wrong. Cotton is really looking to make up pace because as it sits, he's about 3 seconds behind if the race were to end right now due to penalties. Huggy sounds like his car is struggling. Maybe he's just in relax mode. Perhaps he will just be happy with a P3 finish. Rogue sitting 5.5 seconds back of BXTN with a further 3 seconds, so a total of about 8.5 seconds due to penalties. I think he will be happy with a P2 though. I honestly do. And BXTN, as Huggy takes another 3-second penalty. Can't afford to keep catching those penalties. He's putting himself closer and closer to Cotton. BXTN happy to cruise behind his teammate as long as it's not letting Rogue catch up. But as it stands now, Rogue would not only have to catch up, but he would have to pass and pass by 3 seconds to change anything. This was an as Websy gets loose, but he's able to hold on to it. BXTN on his final lap. DRS is going to pass his teammate. Rogue, just a relaxing drive right now. Gotta love it. Huggy can see Rogue up there, but that 12 seconds of penalty, I think he's feeling like it's not worth trying to push and risking a DNF or losing positions. I'm going to have to call that a smart drive. His teammate behind him just passed by Cotton. This is the fight right now. I just needed to make sure. Yeah, this is the fight. Cotton and I'm Mr. DJ CJ. I told myself I'd get that right this season, but apparently not. As Cotton runs out of fuel. Cotton is out of fuel. How unfortunate for him. Mr. DJ CJ able to bring it home in fourth after Cotton runs out of fuel. Unbelievable. Angry, able to get into P6, leveraging the penalties that Evil had and the fact that he had none. Congratulations on that. Dato, 29 seconds of penalty hurt, dropping him below Websy, but able to stay in the race nonetheless. This was a good one. No safety cars. Wow, that was an excellent drive. Congratulations to BXTN on his P1. Congratulations to Rogue P2. And who was it? Was Huggy. Yeah, sorry. Congratulations, Huggy, on his P3. What a race, guys! What a race! Congratulations to all the drivers. Really raced their hearts out, and throughout most of this race, we're just covered by a blanket. We're covered by the length of the pit lane. So as people were making pit stops, you saw a lot of jostling of positions. Once again, penalties really hurting people. If you, this would have been a very different outcome had there been no penalties. But from time to time, you're going to get penalties. Every now and again, you get lucky and there are no penalties. Nonetheless, a beautiful race. Congratulations once again to all these drivers. Um, yeah, wonderful race. The XTN really put it down. really drove his heart out. Tell, got out in front, put some distance between him and the second car, and then just maintained that distance. That's some really good driving. When you're out there like that, you don't need to push hard. You don't need to risk your car unless the drivers behind you are absolutely catching you. And that's not what was going on here. He was able to maintain that distance to P2 and just relax and drive at that pace, not really having to push it. So again, congratulations to all the drivers though. I really enjoyed the race. If you guys really enjoyed the race, hey, we'll be here again next week, Tuesday, at 9 o'clock. I think it's EST, but I could be wrong because it's way far from me. It's 5 hours off of me, which is 4 o'clock here on the eastern side of the United States. So, yeah, thank you, drivers, for that very entertaining drive. I'm so happy to be back. Um, I do apologize for all the coughing and my voice being messed up, but I just really felt like I couldn't miss another race. So, yeah, again, we'll be here next week. Hopefully, you will be too. If you can't remember, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications, and it'll let you know when it happens. Not saying you need to do that, but that's just a thing you can do if you think you would remember and you want to see it. So until next time, this is Falchion, and you know me. I'm Ghost. Two fingers is peace.